welcome. So what we're going to do today is we're going to talk about a couple of different spots that you can use your abilities as Viper on the map split here. And then we are going to talk about both for offense and defense. And just kind of go through a couple things, show you guys a couple of spots that you might not have used before, and hopefully it's useful. Enjoy. Okay, let's go over a B-take with Viper. So we're going to grab the spike. You don't have to have the spike. So at the start, or during the buy phase, the wall is like here, so it's not flush with this, which is annoying, but that's okay. Just have your E out. So when the timer ends, you can quickly come over here, and your first thing you need to do is line yourself up with this corner and that connector right there. So that's good. And then we'll line our wall up to where it goes right through the middle of B, and we actually want to put it over to the left slightly so it goes past the wall, so that way we get a good seal. Now quickly what you'll do is pull out your Q, and you see that circle up there, and then the corner. You're going to want to go in between those, and then to the left, jump, throw, and then C, go right there, and then
toxic poison orb emitting.
You can see we're good to go. All we have to worry about is that. And that's it.
Toxin screen down.
Except for someone playing sight. So you can adjust where you shoot on the wall here in order to get it like more here. All you need to do is just aim a little bit higher than what I did. Now as far as the bubble, you can see it landed there. Now you can get it to land right here if you just aim slightly lower than where I aimed, which also works just as good. It actually works better.
Poison orb emitting.
But even here, they can't see anything. So they can see something from right here, but they can't see anything from this whole section.
Poison's off.
So that's good. And now let's say that they get bubbled and they decide to drop down.
Toxins going up.
For. Can't see anything. And you can see, since it's not quite flush with the wall, it goes past to the left a little bit.
Toxin screen
blocks
down.
It off pretty good. Now the reason we're going to keep our second venom pouch is for this. So let's say that we plant default.
Light planted.
And then we go on defense, and we're going to play this area. So let's say that our team has gotten knocked, and it's just us left, and they're about to defuse. All you have to do is just line yourself up with the sword and shoot this corner. And no defuse. So that is a B take with Viper. Okay, let's talk about an A take with Viper.
I have the spike.
So we got the spike here. And we'll run over here. Now the wall force field thing kind of comes at an angle like this with this corner. So our lineup is going to be pretty easy on this one because we'll just kind of nudge ourselves up into this corner, and we'll end up like right around here. Now in order to block heaven, you see there's a line in the window or glass right there. We just want to aim kind of anywhere right around this area of the glass and slightly to the right. And when we throw that, that's going to end up where we want. The other thing that we can throw if we want as well is this wall, and you can line it up like that with that little light there.
Poison
So
orb
our
emitting.
bubble, it's going to go right there.
Poison's off.
And you can see that it lands on this flower bed right here. That's where we want it, right there.
Toxins going
On
up.
our wall. So this doesn't help us right in this area, but it does help us if there's any snipers in the back right here. And then also if we want to challenge heaven without being at risk from the right side. So I'll show you how that looks from the heaven side. So that bubble
Poison orb emitting.
is going to just completely block off what I can see. Even if I jump, can't see anything, so I have to come here
Poison's off.
or just back off. And we'll wait to recharge. And
Toxins going up.
is going to be right here, so still have an angle here. You might want to just save
Toxin
your wall,
screen
honestly,
down.
for post-plant, just because the orb really
Poison
does
orb
the
emitting.
work that we need as far as heaven goes.
Poison's off.
So, now let's talk about post-plant. So post-plant, a lot of times this is a common spot that people will plant. So let's say that you tell them to plant here.
Spike planted.
Alright, now wait, you want to play defense? Is around here. Watch this area. And then let's say that it's going poorly, or you're the last one up. You can just come over here, pull out your venom pouch here, and you see that light up there at the top of the building. All you gotta do is just line it up with the corner right there, and fire away. You can see where that lands. And no defuse for you. So, yep. And that is an A take. Okay, let's talk A defense. So, come up here. There's a couple different ways that you can do this. The most effective way that I found is just line yourself up with this crack and line yourself up with that right there. And then let me start the
Let's choke
round. So as soon as the round starts, you can fire that off. Create your
Toxins
wall.
going up.
And you can see over the wall and everything. You can use it just like this.
Toxin screen down.
It's pretty effective at slowing them down. But the other things that we can do if we're still lined up with this crack is I can shoot right there. And where that lands is right back here in this cubby. And a couple other spots that we can venom is if we line up right around here. And that will, this is a pretty common spot for someone to hold an angle right here. And you can venom them. Now you'll want to adjust it a little bit to where you get more coverage of this area. But that is kind of the basis of where you can go. And if you don't want to get all fancy, then it's really effective if at the very start of the round, if they're a team that likes to rush, you just throw your wall up and shoot that right away. And it bounces.
Toxin
Makes
screen
the
down.
venom pool right there. Because it does damage to them and they can't see. So that's pretty effective. You can also just chuck that.
Poison orb emitting. Poison's off.
But that spot's pretty powerful. And you can do all kinds of bouncing and stuff like that all along this. So, you know, you can get as fancy as you want to get. Just kind of mess around and see where stuff goes. So, but that is for the start of a defense.
For air.
Okay, let's talk about the mid defense as Viper. You have a couple of cool things that you can do. The first thing is going to be the wall. Now you have to wait until the force fields go down, or the walls, or however you want to call them. And what you can do here is if you look at the mini map up top, you can put up a pretty cool wall straight through there. And we'll look at that a little bit later over towards A.
Toxins going
But
up.
around here, it gives you a nice gap that you can shoot through, but also a good wall. So let's say that you shoot that up.
Toxin screen
Go to
down.
the other side. We can now do a few cool things with our venom shots. So what you want to do is just line up to where that crack's right there. Let's say that you know someone's in cubby. Aim at that bolt right there, and boom, no one's in cubby anymore. The other thing that you can do is shoot that, and no one's right there anymore. Now let's say that you stay on the side, you can still do a few interesting bounces. Like that. Right at the start after you throw off the wall, you can also go like that.
Toxins going up. Toxin screen down.
Go up. You just throw that right there.
Poison orb emitting.
You block off the whole area. So, but you're kind of just lining up like this. So that's the gist of this area.
Poison orb emitting.
Now let's go look at A, what our wall did. So that wall's kind of cool because you can use it for both mid and A. So
Toxins going up.
pull it up right here. Right here is a sneaky little spot. But for the enemy, they'll just see this giant wall that they can't do anything about. So that'll delay.
Toxin screen down.
So yeah, there's a few different options there. And that is defense from mid. Alright, that was
10 seconds
everything
left
for both sides for Viper on this map that I found so far. I hope it was helpful, and everybody have a great day.